Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gene Edwards. You are watching Lubed for March the 11th, 2023, the day before daylight savings time. Just to remind you guys about that wonderful event that we seem to do every spring and fall. Yeah, it was a bit of a tough one for the Edmonton Oilers tonight as they fall short to the Toronto Maple Leafs by a count of 7-4. I'm going to give them the get out of jail free card because of their efforts in Boston, but that's it. That's it. They cannot play an effortless game like they played tonight. This was really a second period malfunction is what it really boiled down to. So this is their one-off. I'm going to give them a mulligan on this one because they did play such a great game against the Boston Bruins. The good news is Connor McDavid did not sustain any injuries in the Boston game when he collided with Derek Ryan on friendly fire, which was, for me, a really good thing because he looked like he was hurt. But then he did kind of skate it off towards the end of the game. I felt good by the time the the end of the game happened. So yeah, it was good to see that he was very much active because he is the heart and soul. He is the captain. He is the heart and soul of the Edmonton Oilers with 100%. But tonight, unfortunately, was not his night. It was not any of the Edmonton Oilers' nights, as basically, well, it looked like the Oilers were on trending in a good direction. When they had I think it was 3-1 lead after the first period, but the second period, that's when things really started to unfold for the Edmonton Oilers. And we're going to break down the second period, or we'll break down the whole scoring summary here of what happened. And basically, Mitch Marner, man, I think he really turned the game around in this one. So it started off in the first period where Noah Kari gets his 12th of the year from Zach Aston Reese and David Kemp. It was 1-0. But right after that, like literally 20 seconds after that, Matthias Ekholm, and I believe this is his first goal as an Oiler, his 6th of the year from Evan Bouchard and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and it's 1-1. And then Evander Kane scores a beauty of a wraparound from Connor McDavid and Cody Ceci. And we have ourselves a 2-1 game going into the second period when Connor McDavid gets his 55th of the year from Evan Bouchard and Nick Bjugstad. And now we're looking at a 3-1 lead, and I'm thinking, yeah, we're good. This is going good. This is going our way. However, this is where I think the night changed. Mitch Marner gets an unassisted goal, absolutely undressed Skinner, and I think the team got rattled from it because he had so much time to just razzle and dazzle Skinner, like Skinner had no chance on his play. That, I think, opened the floodgates because after that, it was William Nylander. He's getting his 34th from Marner again. John Tavares from Austin Matthews. John Tavares on the power play from Mitch Marner again. Like, Mitch Marner had an incredible night tonight. And William Nylander, and then we carry it over into the third period where Austin Matthews scores on the power play from John Tavares and Mitch Marner. So I think Mitch Marner at this point has got a 4-point night. I think it's safe to say that we know the outcome of the X Factor for tonight. Yeah, it was Mitch Marner. Like, he looked amazing tonight. And like I say, I'm going to give the Oilers the get out of jail free card tonight because they did play such an amazing game against the Boston Bruins. But that being said, they have to learn how to clamp it down. They have to, if they want to be a Stanley Cup champion, they have to learn to clamp these teams down. And if you have a 3-1 lead, you have to be able to hold that lead. Stewie, I hate to say it, he had kind of a crappy game too tonight. Just the way it is. So it is unfortunate, but we move on. The Edmonton Oilers are going to play the Ottawa Senators upcoming here. And as far as the standings go, I'm just going to click up a few things here. As far as the standings go, the Oilers still maintain the number one wildcard spot with a record of 36, 23, and 8 for 80 points. Next best is the Winnipeg Jets with 75 points. So they're 5 points ahead of the Winnipeg Jets and 9 points ahead of the Calgary Flames, who are on the outside looking in. It's looking very likely the Oilers will make the playoffs. Question is, where will they fit in the playoffs? Well, they have home ice advantage. Home ice advantage, I think, would be huge with the Oilers, but that I begin to wonder too, because their home ice record isn't exactly that stellar. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Scores! The Edmonton Oilers have tied the game!
Here are your Edmonton Oilers X Factors for tonight.
All right, so tonight's X Factor actually is a Toronto Maple Leaf, and I really strongly believe that this was the turning point of the game when Mitch Marner scored the goal in the second period that was like simply razzle and dazzle. He just I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but he had so much room, so much time, so much patience to make Stuart Skinner look absolutely absurd. Beautiful goal, and that seemed to cue the comeback. I think there was 4 or 5 unanswered goals from that point forward, because that would have been the 3-2 goal. So Oilers were still in the lead, but then Toronto just seemed to just kick it in at that point in time. Now I want to give you some of the numbers here. So with 5 minutes left, Sportsnet was reporting that Toronto had 15 minutes and 13 seconds in the O zone of the Oilers. The Oilers had 9 minutes and 24 seconds. So realistically, honestly, in all fairness, as much as you don't want to hear it from me, Toronto outplayed us. Toronto 100% outplayed us in this game. And it is what it is. The Oilers need to learn from their mistakes. And hopefully they do. I am going to give an honorable mention to Mattias Ekholm getting his first goal as an Oiler. So awesome job for him. Okay, so let's get away into the upcoming 10 as the Oilers return home against the Ottawa Senators and Dallas Stars. Hit the road for the Kraken and then home for 3. And we are starting to wind this NHL season down. It's definitely crunch time with 100% certainty. And we'll see what happens. But I think the Oilers are in a good spot. I think they're playing very well. I think they're playing... honestly, there was a point in this game tonight where I was looking at them and saying they are playing playoff hockey right now, and they were, and that was in the first period. However, whatever happened in the second period, they just the balloon deflated on them. So it was kind of a rough second period with 100% uncertainty. They just did not look good in that period. All right. So, guys, that's about all I got for you tonight. It was not a great effort, but like I said, I'm going to give them the get out of jail free card that I think they established with that amazing effort that they played against Boston. And we will go from there. All right. If you guys are new to this channel and watching it for the very first time and like the content that I bring, feel free to hit like, share, and subscribe. Those of you that have been with me through thick and thin, remember to stay happy, stay hydrated, and and we will talk soon. Have a good night, guys.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll